Hello everyone, it's Loretta. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to show you how to make this dimensional butterfly using acetate or transparency film. In this project, I'm going to be using some transparency film. Mine is from Scotch 3M, and this is CG6000. A link for this product will be directly down below in the description box. Please note this is an affiliate link. You buy the product, I get a small kickback, and you don't pay any more for it. The transparency that I chose are thermal, so they will take the heat of embossing very well. One of the tricks I like to use is to use an anti-static bag to reduce static on my surface. However, I couldn't find mine tonight, so I am going to be using baby powder. The other products you're going to want to use are scissors, baby powder if you're going to use that for treating the plastic. You're going to want some stamps, some embossing ink, some CG6000 transparencies, some E6000 glue, scissors, and some Copic markers. If you don't have Copics to color these with, then feel free to use like a permanent marker, like a Sharpie or a Bic type marker, and that will work just as well. This transparency has a very distinctive feel between the front and the back side. There is a tearaway strip on this transparency film, and you're going to want that strip to be facing down. Once you have that ready, just take some baby powder if you don't have an anti-static tool and just go over the surface of the transparency using it. I used a soft brush, which in my case is a makeup brush, to apply that powder to my transparency. And the good thing about using the powder is it smells nice as well. You're also going to want an acrylic block of your choosing to stamp out your butterflies. I tried to keep mine in fairly neat rows down the page. On camera, you cannot see the impression. However, in real life, the ink shows up just fine on this transparency film. It does leave a type of ghosting effect. You're going to want to continue to stamp all of the butterflies until your page is full. Once it is completely stamped, you're going to take some embossing powder and sprinkle that over the top. I am using some black embossing powder from my personal collection. Once you have sprinkled on the embossing powder and shaken off the excess, you're going to want to use your heat tool to melt this embossing powder. Several times you will see me tilt this so that I am sure that the embossing powder did in fact melt evenly across the surface. I turned it upside down once the embossing was done, and I colored the image. I do color my images on the opposite side of the embossing powder. This keeps my nibs from picking up any of the embossing powder and being ruined in the process. I'm using a nice pair of short-bladed sharp scissors to cut out each one of these butterflies. I generally keep the antenna intact unless I am planning to stack one on top of the other for a more 3D look. However, you can leave the antenna in place or remove them. That is your choice. I'm going to show you how I fussy cut a few of these as we go along, and then we will continue to the next phase of this project. I'm using a small 1 1/4 inch square bezel for my project today. I used some E6000 to attach a small piece of scrapbooking paper inside with E6000 glue, and in this case I actually used some glossy accents to hold that into place. I'm going to put the cabochon, which is just a clear glass cabochon, on the top and clean that glue up. Now I'm going to take those 2 butterflies and I'm going to crease the wings at the thorax so that they are sitting up. And this does take some fiddling to get the wings in just the perfect position. But once you have them like you want, you're going to want to take your E6000 glue and glue them on top of the cabochon. If the wings are too bent up or not enough, this is the time you can fix it. E6000 has a very long open working time. Once you have these perfectly in place, then you can decorate them even further. I used some small jewels from my collection to do this. I hope this video has been enjoyable to you. If it has, don't forget to leave me a comment down below. Share my videos on your social media. And I hope that you have a great night. Stamp happy and be a blessing. Have a great night, everyone. Take care. Bye for now.